Hey everyone, Jennifer Lee Chan, and I have some really good news for you. Kyle Shanahan just spoke to us via conference call, and he said that Fred Warner is not dealing with a high ankle sprain, just an ankle injury, hurting a little bit today, is what he said, but he is day to day. So I didn't think it was a high ankle sprain because generally, when it's a high ankle sprain, you are not jumping up and down on both feet while you're yelling at the defense on the field. But it is good news. Scans, everything showed that Fred Warner is day to day. He is sore today, but should recover. I know he'll go through treatment on Tuesday, but he will return to the field. And I would say most likely playing on Sunday versus the Cardinals. Other injuries, Jordan Elliott, also super lucky there as well. He's dealing with a knee injury, but he is also day to day. He also missed the second half of the game. And so, especially with that defensive tackle position that is so thin right now because of Javon Hargrave missing some time, Jordan Elliott missed some time. They got some guys back. So, Kevin Gibbons obviously played really well. Sam McCaffrey played really well. They had Malik Collins in there really doing a good job on the interior of the defensive line. But I mean, to have Jordan Elliott and Javon Hargrave out would not be good for this defensive line. Good news though, Kalia Davis could be activated this week, so he could return to the field. Kyle Shanahan said he'd be surprised if Kalia Davis did not return and was not activated on Wednesday. They have two spots on the roster. They have not decided what they're going to do with Ricky Pearsall yet. Kyle Shanahan said they'll look at that later on this week. So Ricky Pearsall could return. He is eligible to return just like Kalia Davis is. Other injuries from the game. George Kittle, day to day, had a rib injury that he denied in his post-game press conference. Chris Conley, oblique injury, day to day. Kyle Juszczyk, shoulder injury, day to day. Jacob Cowing, shoulder injury, day to day. So they really got lucky with all the injuries, six injuries in Sunday's game against the New England Patriots. All players are day to day, could return and play on Sunday. Again, Ricky Pearsall haven't decided what they're going to do, but Kalia Davis could return. Now, Kyle Shanahan had no updates on Christian McCaffrey, which I guess is an update, or the update is there is no update. But he did confirm that Christian McCaffrey has been dealing with Achilles tendonitis in both feet or both extremities, both lower legs. So he had Achilles tendonitis in one leg. He overcompensated with the other leg, so he felt it in that leg as well. And so it's been back and forth, but there really is one leg that is worse than the other. But that's what I have been saying from the beginning. Athletes that I've talked to, generally, the Achilles that snaps is not the one that has been hurting them this entire time. I am friends with a NFL alum who was a cornerback. He dealt with Achilles tendonitis in one leg. The one that snapped was his opposite leg. Dre Greenlaw, the Achilles that snapped was not the one that he was dealing with the tendonitis in. It was the one he was compensating with. So generally, our bodies are obviously asymmetrical, but symmetrical to an extent. So when you have an injury on one side, you could deal with it on both sides, unless it's an injury on one side. But anything that's kind of chronic, kind of over time, our bodies are relatively symmetrical. So you will feel that on both sides usually. So, anyways, Christian McCaffrey back. Kyle Shanahan, I asked him if he had had any updates with Christian McCaffrey, if he had talked to him, how the treatment went. He said no, he has not talked to him. So those are the updates injury wise for the 49ers. They do have two spots on the 53-man roster because Javon Hargrave went on IR. Curtis Robinson also went on IR for the ACL. Javon Hargrave with the triceps injury. They did elevate Sam McCaffrey to the 53-man roster, but he kind of takes the place of Christian McCaffrey going on injured reserve. So two spots left. Could be Ricky Pearsall this week. Kalia Davis obviously is probably going to be one of those spots. And then they just really are not sure how long it's going to take for Christian McCaffrey to come back. Now, he is planning to ramp up a little bit, be back on the field. It sounds like he hasn't been doing much. Now, I did see him walking around the facility. He walked out of the facility. I know there's a tweet that everybody freaked out about. I was standing in line to get into the locker room, and Christian McCaffrey just walked past us out of the locker room and out the door. I tweeted what happened. because it was just factual, which is what happened. And everybody was like, oh, what are you expecting him to fly out? No, but the fact that he's been gone for a really long time, just wanted to give notice that he was back in the building. The thing also is that when we're watching the game in the press box, we don't hear the audio. So I actually did not know that Christian McCaffrey was on the sidelines because we don't hear what the guys are saying. Generally, the guys in the box have everybody telling them what's going on throughout the field when guys leave. So they had more information. I did not know that Christian McCaffrey was on the field during the game, but I did see him leave, which is a good sign. It's a good sign that he was on the field during the game because generally players with injuries are not allowed to stand on the field because they can't get out of the way in time. So guys that have had ACL injuries or um, Achilles injuries, like I've back before got Dre Greenlaw and Talanoa Hufanga were able to kind of be running. They were up in the press box watching the games, and we again do not hear the broadcast, so don't hear everything that's happening. You guys at home actually probably have more information than we do up in the press box. We do get the injury updates from PR, but generally you guys hear what the broadcasters are saying before us. Excuse me. Um, Other things that Kyle Shanahan said on Monday were that he was really impressed with all of the rookies that were on the field. I mean, almost the entire rookie class. The draft class was all contributing on the field from Dominic Pooney, who had a clean pass rush sheet, no pressures allowed, to Jacob Cowing, who was doing punt returns, uh, Renardo Green, who was out there, Malik Mustafa. Kyle Shanahan said he had a great game, thought he, missed a couple, but really, I mean, this rookie class is so mature. And Kyle Shanahan said that they really haven't had to teach them how to be a pro, which is kind of a different scenario for most rookie classes. So just props to them for being. I mean, it's only week 4. Guys have gotten injured. So these rookies have been coming up and making contributions, which has been good. So um, outside of that, um, I think that Kyle Shanahan was pleased with the game. There's a lot of things that need to work on. But again, really good news that the 49ers did not sustain any serious injuries from that Sunday night game against the New England Patriots. They should be back on the field on Wednesday together. They have Tuesday off, generally used for recovery. So Monday they have meetings, they watch film. Tuesday is a recovery day. They can come into the facility, massage, acupuncture, cold plunge tubs, all of the things that they have at the facility for them to take advantage of, red light therapy. They have that on Tuesday. And then Wednesday, they return for a light practice. Thursday is the heavy practice, and the Friday again is a light practice. So that's what's up. Tuesday is off, but I'll be writing some more stories. I did just send in the PFF grades, so those are kind of interesting. Who did well, who did not as well. So you'll get to see those. Definitely check out NBC Sports Bay Area to find out to read all of my material. Also my Facebook page and YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all of it, all Jennifer Lee channel together. So if I don't talk to you before then, I probably will. But don't forget 49ers Now, our streaming show Wednesday and Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific. You can also watch a replay of that on YouTube or on our Facebook page, the NBC Sports Bay Area page. So definitely check those out. But I definitely will be talking to you soon. All right. Enjoy Monday Night Football and the good news that the 49ers are relatively healthy.